I'm in Copenhagen today, dining at Noma, one of the world's most iconic restaurants, led by René Redzepi. It first opened its doors in 2003 as Noma 1.0, quickly becoming synonymous with innovative Nordic cuisine. The name Noma itself is a syllabic abbreviation, Nordisk, meaning Nordic, and mat, meaning food, perfectly encapsulating its focus on local, seasonal ingredients. Chef René Redzepi, who has worked at some of the world's best restaurants, including the French Laundry, El Bulli, Kong Hans Kebe, and Le Jardin des Sens, redefined modern fine dining with his focus on foraging, fermentation, and rediscovering Nordic culinary traditions. In its early years, Noma earned its first Michelin star in 2005, followed by a second in 2007. The restaurant relocated in 2018 and continued to evolve, earning its second star again in 2019. Then, in 2021, Noma was awarded its third Michelin star, cementing its place as one of the world's best. From 2010 to 2014, Noma was ranked the #1 restaurant in the world's 50 best list. It returned to claim that title again in 2021 and was inducted into the best of the best category, where it remains a hallmark of culinary excellence. Over the years, Noma has expanded globally through pop-ups in London, New York, Kyoto, and Mexico, and even temporary relocations to Japan and Australia. Today, we'll be experiencing the summer season menu, which runs until October. After that, it's unclear what the future holds for Noma, given its historical shifts between closing and reopening. But one thing's for certain, René will continue to push the boundaries of what's possible in fine dining. Just walked in, sat down the waiting area. I am a little early. They've offered me a Danish sour beer. Super tangy. Thank you.
Welcome.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Wow. Oh, I did not expect that. There was just one option, their all-new summer menu. Prepaid and 16 courses.
So we're in the actually very first day of our feet summer menu here. So starting mostly vegetarian menu, different things from the forest, but then a little bit of things from underneath the sea above, like brown crabs that we collect from the Danish water, and the blue lobster. Keep them alive out in tanks on the back. So we'll start you off with Austrian wine from Burgenland, made by Christian Schieder, made with Weissburgunder, and a little bit of Riesling.
What are the pause here?
And so we're gonna start with our little flower. It's kind of like a shabu shabu broth that we make out of some jasmine and cilantro. Pick up the flowers, dip it in the dashi. Also comes in a little oyster shell, some elderflower sauce.
Definitely not the most practical of moves, but curious to taste it though. This is really excellent. Really floral. Really floral.
The next serving is fjord shrimp. Shrimps from Norway. You just light the blanch, and before the service we peel all together, like whole team, like 40 people, we peel the whole fruit. Green rice, cooked with the green tea. Then there is a sauce made from the shrimp head.
The chewy rice, the snappy shrimp, a buttery sauce, and a hint of kelp in the air. Everything here tasted clean and incredibly fresh.
A Chenin Gong from Barcelona, made by a really crazy winemaker from 2019. Next serving here, Danish sweet geese, grilled and seasoned with a bit of smoked chili, thyme, a bit of horseradish. And we want you to eat them like oysters in the half shell. You just pick up the shells, slide the peas right out.
Smoky and sweet crunchy peas with a citrus-like brightness, peppery flowers, and just enough chili to bring a warming heat.
We continue the little celebration of summer here. We have some courgettes, we have radishes, baked carrots, those are her strawberry, and the sauce that's based on some tomato, and a little bit of chili.
So pretty. Fresh, acidic, and earthy. When you're serving raw vegetables, there's nowhere to hide. But here, it all came together with the sauce and the presentation. So fragile.
We have a serving of mussels, really nice. Mussels coming from Sweden. Set over top with some fresh milk curds and a warm sauce of roasts.
Briny and milky with rose floral notes, the mussels had an amazing texture. The sauce full of depth and intensity, and the clumps of seaweed salt adding umami and a crumbly bite.
This is Chardonnay coming from Burgundy. So this is from Domaine d'Errand. This is their own grapes from Premier Cru Vignes.
Next serving here, we have some biscobies. That is baker crusher that we make some the kombucha, berry and roast kelp salt as well. You can just pick up your skirt and enjoy your one bite.
Loads of sweetness and acidity, a chewy, almost curd-like texture, and a flavour that weirdly reminded me of beetroot.
This is a serving of Danish squid. Wild beach rose is there. And a Blanais style sauce is made with wild roses.
The scoring on that squid was perfection. Warm, buttery soft, some of the most tender I've ever had, with a nutty fermented flavour.
The sake coming from Michelin. That's an aged sake. Aged in the bottle since 1999.
Skål. Not a lot of bitterness running through that.
Here we have a serving of Danish artichoke, which is coffee, and then after that we grill it in our barbecue. It comes some wild leaves and greens, so before it, raise it some blueberry, and then also serve us some wall.
The artichoke was smoky, nutty, and earthy, with a sharp peppery kick from some of the leaves. Plenty of chewing to do though.
Bitterness in the sake has completely disappeared.
This is a wine from Georgia. First place in the world where they started making wine. They leave the skins on of the grapes to make orange wine. This is made with very difficult to pronounce grape variety, Toikuri and Karakuna. These grapes are grown nowhere else in the world except Georgia.
Next course is a service of seaweed. One is shaped as a leaf, and the other one is a piece of the stem. On the side, you've got a sauce which is based on fermented anchovies, as well as French crushed fine sheets.
Quite pickly, like a lot of acidity there.
Yeah.
Hey, the leaves already.
Oh, this is exactly what I imagined going to the beach and taking a bite of seaweed would taste like. The texture as well, it's got like that fibrous chewiness to it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. That stem is a no. Is a big no.
Super sour.
Seems like the residue, the pieces and leaves in the roof of your mouth is not comfortable.
Interesting. Yeah.
Continue the menu with snail, buckwheat waffle, and put a lot of herbs inside. Fennel, oregano, parsley. You wrap that in wasabi leaf, put the snail on top.
It cuts the heat of the wasabi or horseradish, whatever it is.
I love that. What's the way the textures as you're going down, it gets crispier and crispier. This is a cool looking cut. Like almost alien. It's like Hans Potter. Oh, it's got Noma stamp at the bottom.
This is a sake that was made for the pop-up that we did last year. This is the actual real natural color of sake.
It's super fruity.
This is a dish of koji. So we ferment barley instead of soybeans. We wrap it in cucumber skin and grill it. Nasturtium flowers on top and a sauce made with gooseberries and jasmine.
I know. I mean, there's sharpness, there's pepperiness, there's citrus. I have no idea what I'm eating outside of that.
How did it go?
That sauce is incredible.
Today from all the fish that they combine. Chardonnay and a bit of quinoa.
So we have a pasta that's made out of two crab shell inside a cheese wrap made on the meat of the crab.
Wow, this looks strange. Whoa. That's got so much acidity and seafoodiness going on there.
2 crabs, 1 guy. Beautiful.
Danish blue lobster. Tail has been grilled. The sauce made with the lobster brains. Sorrel leaf, fig leaf. You have a beach rose as well. You have the knuckles and claws. Been cooked in butter, seasoned with rose paste. You have chamomile and green strawberry, pickled in jasmine kombucha.
I appreciate as well that they took the leg meat out. Got to take like a rolling pin and just kind of... Big piece of core was actually slightly dry. Not a fan of that flour or whatever that was.
That's straight up taking a flour off an arrangement and put it on a plate. I actually want to spit it out. That was not edible, absolutely not edible. You got the table decoration over there. Oh, wait, it's on my plate as well.
For you. Bugs and hair on.
This is a sourdough loaf from our friends at Hard Bakery. Some plated butter. I wouldn't have said anything.
Of course, mop up the lobster brains.
Grenache from the southern part of France, from Bagnols-sur-Mer. They stopped the fermentation by adding a bit of grappa.
This is super interesting, this wine. It's got the same flavor profiles as a Tokai and a Sultanas.
When I made my reservation, I did book a juice pairing. Thankfully, Thankfully, I upgraded to the wine pairing because
Walnut ice cake, candied chanterelle, hack praline, and surrounding it the worcestershire on that way.
slop on a plate.
Oh, there's some
Ooh.
crunchy on the bottom.
Wow, those mushrooms are great. This is a dish that I'm scraping up every last bit. Clean Plate Club. That is incredible. Honestly, one of my favourite dishes of the menu so far. That is wild.
Little assortment of different berries, both fresh and preserved. You have Mexican chocolate as well as the col.
I don't think I've ever seen such plump raspberries before. This is like, you know, when you finish gardening and you collect all the trimmings. When your diet has too much fibre in. Yeah. Look at this incredible looking... I can't do this straight. Look at this incredible blend of chocolate, bee pollen, raspberries, fresh herbs. I found this combination to be rather earthy and slightly muddy, with herby undertones and sweet acidic pops from raspberries and dehydrated fruits. But it did feel like I had fallen face first into a hedge. It's coffee time.
We have a last dessert here, which is a candle made out of white chocolate, inside a mousse on lemon verbena, as well as a little bit of raspberry. You can eat everything, including the wick, which is made out of walnut.
Sweet and almost yogurty with a berry coulis and a subtle citrus note. A playful and well-executed dessert.
This is Noma's idea of petit fours.
All in all, including food, drinks, flowers, but excluding service, the bill came to just over 7,000 krona. We have just finished up at Noma. To start with, when you book, I don't know if it's just as a solo diner and you're joining a shared table, or if it's for everyone, they force you to purchase a drinks package. One person on the table did get the mixed pairing, and from what I understand, wasn't anything to write home about. The staff, every single one of them, very attentive, was so friendly, so accommodating. My first pour was substantially less than the other two guests sat at my table. However, that didn't really matter because as soon as you start drinking your wine, they're coming, they're refilling. I think pretty much every single wine we had, they came and topped up the glass a minimum of one time. Given the menu, there was a lot of unknown flavours and combinations, and every time we asked one of them, they came back with a full description and very detailed information of what was in the dish. They were truly, truly amazing, every single one of them. Big shout out to Joseph, fantastic sommelier, fantastic server. And the welcome, I did not expect that at all. There's just staff after staff after staff after staff. The entire team comes out to greet you. Absolutely incredible. The dining room is a wonderful place to be sat for dinner with all the raw natural woods and the greenery, the plants, the freestanding beams. It feels so comfortable and natural. Everything kind of just fits that perfect, rustic, authentic, outdoorsy vibe, and that continues onto the dishes and the cutlery as well. I loved every single one of them. Onto the food now. I do know that René's mantra is flavour comes first and the presentation second. To say most of the dishes didn't look appetizing would be an understatement. There were dishes that I did not like at all, where I just thought they were completely bonkers, but the dishes that did work were absolutely incredible in terms of flavor profiles. When you're dining at this level, there's an expectation when it's been labeled as a 3 Michelin star restaurant, multiple time winner of the best restaurant in the world, and the presentation does not meet that expectation at all in any way whatsoever. In fact, there were certain dishes and various elements, they were virtually inedible, and it wasn't just me. I really came into this evening wanting to love every single bite and every single element, but that just wasn't the case. Just because you can make something edible doesn't mean it should be put on a plate. My favourite dish was the walnut ice cream. My second favourite dish would be the mussels. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I got to experience it. I really am, because given Noma's history, it's unknown what's going to be at the end of the season and what's going to be next year, etc. So it's almost like one of those fine dining, foodie bucket list items to tick off. If it didn't have the hype and the following behind it, this would be a very fast neglected restaurant. And it just begs the question, is René taking things too far? I'm curious to hear your feedback if you've been here before. But as usual, on to the next one. Goodbye.